obviously, in the interest of time, we're not doing that, but regional reports are available on the FOLA website. So I will turn now to Katie Robinette.
Hello, I'm just about to share my screen, and let's hope this goes seamlessly from beginning. There we go. So I'll be fairly brief. We've got, I hyperlinked all of the submissions we've done since our spring plenary. And so they've been busy, but they're hyperlinked all there. And as Teresa mentioned earlier, we are in the final stages of our competency task force report submission. But I understand their portal is open until November 30th. So if you want to do one independently, we solicited input from all of you. So that's going to be included in our report. But if you missed that opportunity, you still got that window of time until November 30th. So please get that in. There's important stuff as it relates to there's even some specific Learn stuff in there and library use of library. So please do have a look at that. For our ongoing actions, we've still stuck with the sort of the virus update, although it's a little bit different. It's more on reopening now. And so instead of doing weekly calls, we're doing these twice monthly sector meetings, and they're still very, very valuable. It's great for us all to get in touch. It's with the Ministry of the Attorney General, the Recovery Secretariat, all three courts, and the various associations like the OBA, the Law Society, and Legal Aid, and Law Pro too is on it. And we do still send out rapid notice of courts and MAG information, but all of those notices are also on our website too, at our Coronavirus Action Center, which will be, I don't know, changing the name soon, I hope, to get into Reopening Action Center or something, or the end of COVID. Our Learn Action Center, I won't take up too much time with Learn because you're going to get a full-on discussion about that in a minute. But I want to say thank you to everyone who helped with our letter writing campaign and our social media advocacy and phone calls. Those were extremely valuable. We reached and touched many benchers. And I do know that not all of them were supportive of the Learn budget, but some, I think, judging by what they said at convocation, we actually turned over and flipped. So we, you know, I think we made an impact, and I am so thrilled with the work that we did, and we'll continue to do that because, as Teresa mentioned, the budget is still under attack. Mental health speaker. So mental health has been a huge priority for FOLA for a long time. And one of our speakers at our last plenary was Beth Beattie, and she also spoke at the Law Society's Mental Health for Legal Professionals Summit. If you want Beth to speak to your organization, whether in person or virtually, let me know and just shoot me the dates and times you're thinking of having her, and I will pass that information on to Beth. She's great, and she's got she's a former spokesperson for Bell Let's Talk, and she's been an advocate in the legal profession for mental health for a long time. Mental health first aid. So we've got a deal with a consultant, a teacher for mental health first aid, certified teacher, and he's willing to come to your law association. He can do virtual or he can do in person, and train you guys on mental health first aid. So, you know, you can sign up individually, just mention you're a law association member, or you can sign up as a group and recruit people from your law association to do a group session. And I think this is a very valuable way to be able to help you with colleagues who have mental health issues, family members, friends, anyone, and to utilize the supports available and to be that ally. Bell Let's Talk Day is another big event that we get busy on. It's actually only for social media hype. And we get very active when we create curated tweets and images for you guys to just simply take from our website and retweet or tweet and post, copy and post. This time it is going to be on January 26th. So if you are on Twitter, we only do it on Twitter. make sure to retweet, share, steal the content from our website. We don't care, but make sure you're using that hashtag Bell Let's Talk. In the actual hashtag for Bell Let's Talk, there are no spaces and no apostrophe, but it's all one word. But get ready for that, because that gets exciting and we start to get active kind of near the end of December to hype up January as being a Bell Let's Talk month. So we leverage the chatter on Twitter for more than just one day. FOLA is excited to announce we are doing a lobby day again, but unfortunately this one's going to be virtual. So we are hosting it on February 23rd. I'm quite excited. The registration is linked on this presentation, and it's also on our Lobby Day website, Lobby Day page on our website, which is just under where you would find Plenary. And so we're excited. We've got the Attorney General is confirmed. The critic, NDP critic, is confirmed. We've got some staff from the Attorney General's office to do little roundtables on legal aid, real estate, family law, and a session on courts in general. And we'll be, I'm in talks with the Premier's office and with some of the other cabinet ministers' staff to see what we can do, like with MMA, Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing, for the real estate team, Community and Social Services, or the Children's Ministry for family law, and Solicitor General for criminal law. So we're moving forward on that. That's going to be very exciting. And for those of you who don't know and weren't involved, a lobby day is an opportunity for all of you guys to meet and chat with the members of provincial parliament. So those includes cabinet ministers, but also their staff. Staff are really critical because they have the cabinet ministers' ears and their members' ears. And that's often how stuff gets funneled up and prioritized. So don't ever think that because we're not getting the full attention of a cabinet minister, it's not high on their radar. In fact, I often think that staff are better. They pay more attention. They're not rushing off to the next thing the next time. And they do talk to their members. In order, we had at our last plenary lobby day, we had some media who were present. I will start the media stuff a little bit later, but we'll be reaching out to some of the journalists for law magazines and some of the legal reporters in papers and let them know that we're doing this. And it might not be as hectic because they won't be there in person to sort of, for lack of a better phrase, scrum you and get you right without some warning. Meetings will be arranged in advance, but we'd like to be able to give every attendee some media training. It would be a virtual session, and it will be recorded and sent to everyone registered, but not posted on our website. So we really encourage anyone, leveraging that opportunity to get some good free media training by Bob Picard, and Bob is with National Public Relations. Access to Justice Week. We were thrilled to be asked by the Law Society to co-host a session on for the public. It was on law and daily life and addressing people's main issues, and it went really well. We had Sam, Terry, Doug from FOLA, and then we had Paula Callahan, a paralegal, and Danny Fernandez in real estate, and Stephanie Lewis in employment law. And it was great and very well moderated by Teresa and Bill. So just thank you for the Law Society for letting us participate in that. It was a lot of fun to put on, and I think it was very valuable. The questions really came in fast and furious, and attendance was high. I think we were quite pleased with that. So maybe we'll be doing it again. These are the stats, so you can have a look at that later. Members rewards. Listen, I continue to try and solicit any ideas for member rewards you guys want, and I will approach the company and or organization to try and secure something for you guys. One of the perks of being a member is to get some discounts in places. So we have the Hilton hotels, which I know hasn't been very beneficial to you guys over COVID, and Enterprise, but they're picking up. I've had a lot of requests lately for the codes for those. All of your librarians should have them, but if they don't, I'm always available to flip you the codes. Pure Later Deal Closer, we've got CPD Online. Talk about a rush to get your last minute CPD. This is a sort of an all-you-can-eat buffet of CPD. And we've got some these private companies here and a law pod for if you prefer to get your CPD on audio only. So again, I really just want to remind you that if you come across if you're talking to a colleague in any association at all who's got a perk that they really love and we don't have it, let me know and I'll go chase that down. NABI, this is an American organization, and we've got the NABI is for the bar executives and the NCBP is for the presidents. And FOLA has been quite involved in that over a little while. And I've joined almost every committee that they have. And today and yesterday is the Government Relations Committee. And yesterday we had what they call a state of the state run through to get updates on all government relations activities through all the states. And I can tell you they are facing the exact same issues we are. That some are dealing with virtual notaries, some are dealing with court, all or almost all are dealing with court backlogs. But then you've got some states that where there is a denial that COVID exists, and there are some states that have full mask mandates throughout the state. So it's a very diverse group, but the core issues really remain the same. Access to justice and making sure that people get that timely and properly. A couple of things, though, they deal with congressional redistricting, and they deal with obviously the 2022 elections coming up. So there was a lot of talk on that, which didn't apply to us, but it was fun. It's worth attending for sure. And so any staff or president could join and get involved with that organization. FOLA awards, we've got our own awards now too, but I will do a plug for the Law Society and get your nominations into them. Theirs are up first. Our nominations are open until September 30th, but this is because they just, we're going to be announcing a little bit later today our award winners for 2021. So we are quite excited about that. And that will be right after lunch. We'll have some videos to play. This is sort of the information about the awards and how people qualify. So do take a note. You can, I mean, this report is online, so you can click on that and find that. Our website, you know, one thing that is constantly helpful is if you're ever on the website and find anything is either outdated or the link is broken, let me know, please, because I try to keep on top of that, but sometimes things get moved from another website, and so the link doesn't and it hasn't changed on our end, but it changes on the back end. And so anyone coming across anything is very helpful. And if you come across anything that would be useful for our website that isn't there, like a practice resource or a mental illness or mental health information or resource, that would be great. I'm always happy to add content. So we need your help, and we can also send us your events and your submissions. We post them and we can tweet about them too. I've provided our social media stats. I do this in every report. I was very excited last year because of COVID, our social media hits went way up, and they've kind of gone back to normal. So trying to scratch my head and create a crisis in how we generate more traffic. But it is, you'll see the numbers are down, and it's mostly reflective in COVID. And I want, so a reminder again to share your news content. We're like a PR firm, and we'll work that way. Thank you to our sponsors. I know the Law Society has great CPD, but CPD Online is another valuable resource, and you'll be hearing from all of our sponsors at some point today. Rangefinder, Exchange Docs, Lawyers Financial, and CPD are all sponsoring various sessions, so you'll hear from them throughout the day, and Law Pro and Clio have their own standalone sessions, so we'll be hearing from them shortly too. I'm going to be sending a survey to all of you either Friday or over the weekend or Monday. It is short, I promise. It is 5 questions, will take 1 minute, but it provides us information with moving forward on plenaries, and especially one critical question about doing this in person next time, finally. And there's my email for questions, and that is it. I am done. Does anyone have any questions? Happy to take questions. If not, you can always email me, not a big deal. So I think then that brings us to learn.